So what are you out here for right now?
I just came from court.
Okay.
Get my life back together.
I know that's right, man. Listen, I had court earlier today. Okay, I had a speeding ticket. Shout out to Garnett. All right. So anyway, okay. So how old are you?
I'm 32.
32?
Yes.
Okay. And so, how long have you been like kind of in this drug part of your life?
Well, not that long.
How long has it been?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yes.
So what was it that happened 2 years ago that made you decide? Let me go ahead and pick this up.
I lost my fiance.
You lost your what?
My fiance.
Ooh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about that. So how long were you guys together for?
We was together for a while. We was together about 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, how did he pass?
He died in Fort County jail.
In the jail?
Mm-hmm.
Was it one of those cases that we heard about, or was it one that we didn't really hear about?
No, y'all didn't hear about that.
Okay, how did he die in the jail?
Someone had gave him a script in jail, and he had passed. He had a seizure and died.
You say a strip?
Yeah.
What kind of strip?
Like it's supposed to be an LSD.
Oh, wow.
But it was fentanyl, and he died.
They put fentanyl on everything these days.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any kids?
Yes.
How many?
3.
And how old is the oldest? How young is the youngest?
11. My youngest, she's 7.
7? Okay, so it sounds like you had them in pretty much like maybe 2 years back-to-back type deal, right?
Yeah, my 2 boys, yeah, back-to-back. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 3 kids, same dad or different dads?
Different dads.
All 3?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and so
So here we are. She 3 for 3 shorty, 32 years old, 3 kids, 3 men. She in these Atlanta streets.
And she just left court because she's trying to get her life back together. With reddish orange hair and long caterpillar eyelashes. I just don't know. Like, it's just so much. Here we are.
Currently, like, do they live with you, or where do they live?
Right now, they stay with my mom.
Okay, so they stay with your mom, and where do you live?
I stay on the west side of Atlanta.
By yourself or with somebody?
By myself.
Okay, and so is that like a place in your name or whatever? Is it like a rooming house, or what is it like?
It's a place in my name.
Okay, so it's your apartment?
Yes.
Okay, and so how come the kids don't live with you?
Because, I mean, I'm in a situation right now.
Okay, just as far as the addiction and everything else?
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Okay, have you ever been married?
No.
No? All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
You from Atlanta, man? What part? Where by?
I'm from Hollywood Road.
I ain't care. Hey, man. Shout out that west side, man. Shout out that Hollywood Road. Yes, sir, man. Shout it out. And so, growing up on the west side of Atlanta, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No, I only had mom.
Okay, and so, as far as dad goes, was he like active and present, or pretty much like non-existent?
No.
Non-existent type deal? Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Like, okay, so you know who he is, but he wasn't really there that much?
No.
Okay. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have sisters.
Okay, and so where are you in the birth order?
I'm almost at the end.
Almost at the end. How many sisters do you have?
It's 5 of us now.
Okay, 5 of y'all. It used to be 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of them passed?
Yes.
Sorry to hear about that. All right, and so you're next to the last, so you're the knee baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right, and so what effect do you think, oh, and by the way, do you and your sisters like share the same dad, or do y'all have different dads?
We have different dads.
Okay, do you share a dad with any of your sisters, or?
Just my youngest sister.
Just the youngest?
The one that passed, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. The youngest passed?
Mm-hmm.
Man, if you don't mind me asking, how did she pass?
She died of natural causes.
Natural causes? At what age?
She was 25, I think. I can't remember.
25? Natural causes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man, that's rough. All right. So growing up, I was asking, so, what do you think the absence, the lack of having your dad there, what effect do you think that had on you?
A lot. Every female is supposed to have their father's presence, so they can learn more about men and their decisions.
Okay, do you think it affected your decisions with men and stuff like that?
Yes.
In what way?
In a lot, it had a lot of effect on me.
Okay.
Here we go. We start off the show with Ebony K and the single moms. And this woman, she say every girl needs their father. You can't learn all that stuff from your mom. This is Bonquisha saying this.
Ebony K says otherwise. No, Bonquisha must not got the memo, Mr. X. What does she know? Huh? It ain't like she grew up without her father and she's speaking from that point of view. Oh, she did. Oh, what do you have to say about that, Ebony K? Does money make it any better?
So growing up, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Yes, I did.
Good childhood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You never going to high school, stuff like that?
No, I didn't graduate, but
What did you go? Did you start going to high school?
yeah.
What year? What grade did you get to?
Well, I didn't get a chance to get to high school, but I did finish the 8th grade. and
Okay.
whatever.
What happened? Why didn't you
Wow.
go to high
Because
school?
I mean, like I was in I used to be a juvenile, so I used to be in and out of jail back then.
What was you doing?
Run away.
It's like a 12 and 13 running away. Okay, so let's talk about that. So, because I'm gonna ask, right?
It's getting deep.
Well, it gets deep, right? And this is your blessing. So you tell God thank you, okay? So let's talk about this, right? So when you were younger, did anything like ever happen to you?
No, just try to be grown.
So what were you running away for?
Trying to just look for love in all the wrong places because my father wasn't there.
So were you like having sex at that age?
Yeah,
What age did you start having sex?
14.
14? Well, you said you was running away at like 12 and stuff. Because, 14 is like ninth grade.
I ain't had start having no kids until I was 20.
Right. But you was, so okay, so.
Hold on.
Hell!
Bonquisha, that was a hell of a deflection. Bonquisha got on her Wonder Woman wristbands. My man said you was hunching at 12, 13. She said, I had kids till I was 20. All right. He said, whoa, what the hell? And then she just sat here and said she was chasing all the wrong things. She didn't have her dad in her life. And that's why it's important, fellas. Definitely gotta, it's a rough thing because they do be searching for it. A lot of them won't admit it, but she is.
Man, there you go. Plain and simple. Yes, the love of a father. They need to know so they don't think love is going upside their head and making them go to the clinic twice a year. There you go. Fathers, play your role. That part.
There we go. It's about to get dark. Here we go.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out, so what would cause a preteen, a teenage girl to run away? Now, from this channel, we know that oftentimes it's sexual abuse and things like that may be happening, and so they get up out of there.
And also sometimes they get bored at home or feel like they being mistreated in some type of way.
Did you feel like you was being mistreated?
No.
Well, why'd you bring up that
I just
example?
wanted to be grown. That's all.
Well, why'd you bring up them being mistreated example?
I know a lot of runaways that do be running away and they run straight to the hood, to the projects.
Right.
Where I'm at. And
Right.
I encourage them to go back home.
Right. Don't run from the suburbs to the hood.
Exactly.
Where did you run to?
I was all over the place.
Okay. So you just wanted to just be grown?
Yeah, basically. At a young age, yeah.
And that made you drop out of school?
Yeah.
So what would you be doing during school hours, right? When you were 14, 15, 16, what would you be doing during that time? During the daytime when other kids would be at school, what would you be doing?
Well, wrongful activities.
Well, tell us, talk about it. We get raw on this channel.
Just having sex,
Were you doing it for money or something? Or?
Yeah, I used to, but not no
Well,
more.
okay, what was the first age that you did it for money?
Well, right now, I really don't want to talk about that part.
You say what?
I said I don't want to talk about that part.
Well, here's the reason why it's important. Because other people have teenagers. And so other people need to know, hey, this girl said that she started doing it at this age. Let me check and make sure. Let me talk to my little girl.
Yeah.
Right. So what age was that?
It was young. Pretty young. I was about 13.
13?
Yeah.
You said you lost your virginity at 14.
I did, physically.
Oh, okay.
To the right one that I wanted to lose it to.
Okay, so you mean your choice
Yeah.
at 14.
Yes.
But what happened at 13?
I met a guy downtown, around this way, around the train station. And come to find out, he was like a pimp. and he forced me into having sex with other men for money.
Wow. How long did that last?
It lasted like 2-3 months until I got scared and I told one of the other girls that was older than me that I need help and I need to go home. I'm only 13.
By that time, if you had to guesstimate, how many guys would you say you had slept with at that point?
About a day, about 3-4 a day.
And you was there for about 3 months? So you probably slept with about 40 or 50 guys?
God. Her body count was already at 100 by the time she was 13. This is sick work. This why we gotta protect the babies.
Yes.
We up here shining the light, raising awareness. All right. And a lot of people be like, well, what about that guy that was down at the train track pimping? That's so far down the damn echo chamber. How did she get out the house? Why wasn't she going to school? Where was her parents?
Thank you. That's what I was going to touch on. Not victim blaming. This, listen. Wow, hold up, time out. Her words, she left her house because she wanted to be fast. All right. The guy actually said, were you mistreated? She said, no, I just wanted to be out here outside. So she was outside by the age 12, 13. She was already outside when she met the man in the yellow hat and the yellow suit at the train station. She wasn't some little schoolgirl on her way to Bible study. She probably was already a couple weenies in that day. And then she came across this ninja that said, you like weenies, I'm gonna get some bread off of you taking weenies. But here's I don't like. She said he forced her. He didn't force you to do anything. It don't work that way. You was where you wanted to be, and you fit in with the group. And that's all. You just fit in where
And
you
you
get
found out you didn't like it. You wanted to be grown. You wanted to
Yes.
be grown people-ish. And you say, oh, I don't like this so much. You start telling people, well, I'm only 13. Somebody get me out of here.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. I get it. She was being fast. She liked hunching on who she wanted to hunch on. But whenever she had to hunch on dirty, stinking, funky, you know what's, she said, I don't want to play this game no more.
And here she is 20 years later. 20 years later, she's walking out of the courthouse talking about how she's getting her life together while homeless on the Atlanta streets doing an Atlanta street interview.
With red hair and eyelashes.
And that's another thing. She's the youngest or the second youngest. Her mom was 5'6" or 6'6", whatever. Her mom was out chasing men. Wasn't nobody supervising this girl. She was the youngest. All her older siblings was out running the streets too. I bet you.
Yes. Listen, these moms is wicked in these circumstances. Trust me. Her mom most likely was trying to give her the game. She's like, girl, you this age, you better go ahead and get you what you want. It's nasty. I ain't even going to. Mom telling them to go ahead and do it. Give him what he wants so you can get what you want. Effing yuckity.
Execute Order 66.
That's it.
Oof. At the age of 13.
Yes.
What effect do you think that had on you?
It had a lot of effect on me.
Well, tell us what. Like,
it scared me. I didn't know what else to do. I mean, in order for you to survive, what can you do? Besides giving up hope that somebody care about you and looking for you.
well, did your mom and them, like, did you ever think, like, let me call my mom or let me...
You couldn't. You couldn't at all.
So you got peed out at 13. Did it ever happen at any point again in your life?
No.
No? So after that experience, did you sell yourself at other points in your life just by yourself without like a pee?
No.
Okay, so you never did that again. Right. So do you think that it made you, do you think that experience made you like more sexual or like more clammed up and non-sexual?
It made me not want to have sex, period.
Okay. So that being said, right, what made you have sex when you did have sex? What was it that allowed you to feel like wanting to have sex versus other times when you say that you just didn't want to have sex?
I was forced to.
No,
I didn't have
what?
a choice.
No, what I mean is like the times when like you had the kids and you say
Oh,
that you
'cause,
lost.
I
You say
mean, I
that you
thought-
lost. You say that you wanted
I-
to do it at 14. That type of stuff.
I thought that I found the right man to be in a relationship with, and found out he was bullshit.
Okay, so basically you would be in love or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what would cause you. Okay. How would you say does any of this stuff have an effect on your sex life today?
No.
Okay, so today you feel like what? Like you have like a normal sex life?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
There's no way. It's impossible for any part of your life to ever be normal again. You don't know normal. Or she have nothing to compare it to. She don't even know what normal is.
There you go. Yeah, I'll give you an idea what her normal is. Her normal is, I can't even go that dark. A house, at least a house or a car to sleep in, some kind of food throughout the day, maybe something to pick her up throughout the day. That's normal. But as far as structure and any kind of stability, that's not part of her normal. No, just making it day by day.
Okay. All right. And so as far as the cocaine goes, right? Because a lot of people differentiate between powder and rock.
Okay.
Okay. Do you kind of see it a little bit better as doing powder versus doing rock?
None of it's good for you. None of it at all.
But
I had to choose. Cocaine.
okay.
I mean, like powder.
And so what do you think it is? Because it sounds like you stopped doing it at one point in your life.
I stopped recently because someone tried to kill me.
What happened?
They gave me heroin and fentanyl,
Oof.
and I almost died.
Was that
a
one of your
year
normal
ago.
dealers?
No. And
was-
then I lost my brother-in-law behind it.
What do you mean?
Like he passed.
From that same batch?
Yes. Me and him, we passed out together. And
So hold
I
on,
almost
you
died,
and
yeah.
your brother-in-law used to do this together?
Yeah.
Meaning your sister's husband?
Yeah.
Does your sister? Does she?
But it wasn't her. Well, it was her husband.
Because were
but-
y'all sleeping together too?
No.
Don't do that. Look.
No.
Look now. Look now.
No,
I'm
I
a
was
junior
not.
detective. Y'all are doing drugs together.
That don't mean nothing.
Y'all never slept with each other.
No, not at all. Not once. Not ever. And never going to.
Okay.
We were just good friends. That's all.
I get it, but what did your sister think about y'all two doing drugs together?
What everybody else think.
So how did she take it when he passed?
She didn't care.
She didn't care?
No. I felt like she didn't care.
Were they still together at that point?
No.
Okay. So that was like her ex at that point.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Okay. All right. So you say that right now you're out of your addiction.
Yes.
How many months or how long has it been?
I mean, I've just got accepted into a drug court, and I'm trying to get myself back together so I can get my kids.
So it's recent, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't stop since all this is going on.
I mean,
So here we go.
You hear me? Lay it down. The cocaine way, boy, lay it down. Chop it up on the table, screw it, boy. I'm telling you.
All right. So she just like Dom. She don't do crack. She only do coke. Okay.
She only do the finest of Colombian cocaine, but somehow you end up with some tar and fentanyl in your hand. What are you talking about? Stop it, sister. Listen, the situation ain't funny, but your lies and delusion are. Yeah, how you sitting up here nodding off with this ninja? That's why the interviewer like, was y'all hunching? Because usually y'all like to hunch and pass out and hunch. I don't know the order, don't care. All right. But they go hand in hand. She get this insidious smile. No, I know it wasn't like that. Yeah, y'all tried to do something to one another with y'all funky selves. Then he perished. Like Gavin said, how dare she think she could be normal? If she's sitting there, imagine it. She all cleaned up. She don't look like this. She look normal. And you meet her at a coffee shop. And you're like, hey, how's your dating been going? And she's like, well, last, guy I was with, we got so how we passed out off of hard drugs and he passed away. It was my sister's boyfriend or whatever. She don't care.
Has it been days, months, or
It's been like, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
And so, what are we gonna do to like keep ourselves in this like sobriety and stuff like that?
Just stay strong. Only the strong survive.
That's right.
That's the only thing that's.
Man, you from the west side, man. What you talking about? You from the west side. Y'all supposed to be the best side. What you talking about?
We are, but I mean, hey.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. No, definitely stay strong, like you say. So all right, well listen, on that note,
that is her. All right. She's 32 years old. She is no child. You know, she FUBAR. She need to go to the church. We always say this. We ain't brought it out in a while. I don't know where our meme at. But yeah, she need to go down to the church and atone.
That is it. It's a good place for her. She can actually do some good, you know, live out the rest of her life, you know, in a constant state of atonement. Every time you see her, every time you lay eyes on her, well, she's atoning because she's always doing something charitable, baking cakes, pies, cookies, cleaning. All right. Every time you see her reading the kids, crying and praying and crying. Every time you see her, you're like, she's atoning. Bless her. But you ain't never again gonna see her, you know what I'm saying, shaking it for the 99 other 2000s or tooting the booger sugar or nothing of the sort. There you go.
So here we go. Until then, we're gonna bring Thanos out. Keep it moving.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts.
I am inevitable.
Unfortunate. I don't know how that became a whole tagline. It's just the truth. I don't know what else to call it.
Did you start doing
Because
that
a lot of these folks ain't gonna change. And that's why it's unfortunate. A lot of folks ain't gonna change. It is what it is. Casualties.
So here we go. Hit the like button if you're just coming in.